Hello guys, my name is Harris and today I will be discussing with you the Negan death of Abraham and Carl. Now, I know everyone is thinking the leaked stuff that it's Abraham and Glenn, but really I think it is Carl. Let me explain, bear with, I'm new to all this, but I think it's a very good point. Number 1. Taking it like a champ. From a 15-year-old's perspective, like me, I always get called champ, and my mates get called champ. It's just a thing. Number 2. They make a huge point about Carl. The whole episode. He's one of the first scenes, and he's the first scene of Alexandria's, as I could say. And they make a big point of him being Rick's kid. The gun, you know, remember how he had Negan's gun? There was a lot of conflict between Negan's right-hand man, Simon, and him. What do I think is very suspicious going into the right-hand man thing? Because Abe could be considered one of Rick's right-hand men, and Carl's right there with it. So, yeah. I think that's very different. And, you know, he wants to make the whole group suffer. Killing Carl would do that. Also, I'm not sure of the details of this, but I've seen the pictures, I've got them up for you. Carl's hat in front of Negan as he's hitting the victim. Yeah. And there's also a dark pothole in front of the victim when he's looking down. If you look on the lineup, you can see one in front of Carl, and it is very unique in that lineup. Negan says to Carl, "Shit, lighten up, kid, even cry a little." There's a thing between Negan and Carl, and then he keeps going back to it. That, like at the end before he kills the victim, you can cry, you can scream. You know, getting to him. I'm gonna go back to this. They make a huge point of Carl having one of their guns. I mean, that's there. It's always there. You know, like, Negan keeps taking cheap shots at Carl, saying, "You can blink, you can cry." You know, like, he knows he's got one eye. He knows he's gonna kill something. You know, this is Carl. At any, meeny, miny, mo, you are it, and it's Carl. I mean, Michonne's expression looking at Negan selecting someone, that Michonne, Carl has made a strong relationship with Michonne and Edith. And you know, there was the conversation between Edith and Carl saying, "What if you don't come back? You'll survive somehow." Negan's shadow goes left of Rick, leaving in order Sasha, Aaron, Carl, and Eugene. Now, Robert Kirkman said that someone will die that is a familiar, major character that everyone can love now. Sasha, Aaron, and Eugene are not that, but Carl is. Carl is a big loss and good furthering storyline because out of the entire group, he is the one that needs the most protection, and they all feel they need to protect him, and he's the group leader's son. So if he dies, they will all rage and go into what Greg Nicotero said about the deaths. Maybe Negan kills Carl and someone tries to save him. That is Abraham, but he gets shut down and killed. Because after all, even though it's kind of ridiculous, he's still a kid that needs protecting, and the group does. Before Negan puts Lucille to work, he says, "Anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other out and feed it to his father, and then we'll start." Why can't they start the killing if Carl is not involved in it? I mean, yeah. Before Negan kills the victim, he yet again takes a shot at Carl, saying, "You can blink. He knows he's got one eye. You can cry." This is referring back. You got to leave this hanging in your head. Show they can change stuff in the comics. They drop the Negan and Carl relationship and end it instantly. You know, they're talking about replacing it with Daryl. Maybe that's because Carl is dead. There's lots of theories about Negan and Daryl having a relationship instead of Carl. Maybe it's because Carl's dead. He is looking up to Negan to the right side of the RV, leaving Negan able to look to Eugene and Aaron. When he's saying what you can and can't do. Well, they're not going to kill Aaron because that's pathetic. People will stop watching it if that's the sort of thing they go to. They're trying to confuse you with different camera angles, and that Carl was the last one with the bat to his face, and then it goes back to his dad and back to Carl's side. So they could just do a quick leap back to kill Carl and completely puzzle you. When Negan is talking to Rick about how he built something and thought he was safe, Carl's expression is scared. Rick wants Carl to stay behind, but Carl ensured he went. This will make Rick feel powerless, being exactly what Negan wants. It's a big point to prove, and everyone will, work for him because he killed a kid. He killed the leader of the group's kid. The cast said they didn't want to go to work the next day or that day. They all decide on a rule to once it's done, never speak of it again because it's so bad. I mean, I've seen the video of Ronnie Hayes. He was in tears. It was that bad. He's seen the leaked footage. I mean, yeah. And he said it's traumatizing. There is, as we and a lot of people saw, confrontation about right hand man. Negan being Simon, and Negan's right hand man is Simon. And Rick's is sort of Abraham, but Glenn and Daryl, but Carl was very close to Rick too. I mean, he's his son, and he's Rick's only thing he's got apart from Judith, in the show. But Carl was always been there for Rick, and was even trying to make plans in the RV at the roadblock, saying we should end this, but decided against Rick, by Rick, which was probably the wrong decision in my books, But, they had to get Negan involved. But, it's just, he's growing up, and it's getting ridiculous. He needs to be killed. And this will absolutely blow people's minds. I mean, this is insane. Carl's gonna die. You watch. I mean, he's definitely the one who gets any, mini, mine. Boom! Carl's gonna die, guys. Abraham's death. Abraham interferes. Rick gets up to stop it. Abraham pushes him over, punches Negan. Negan, that hurt. But swings back, dislocates Abraham's jaw. And Abraham's on his knees looking at Rick, face to face with Rick. And he goes, and he nods at Rick, and Rick goes, thank you. No, I don't know, maybe nods back at Abraham. That'd be good. Negan smacks Abraham in the back of the head. That blood splatter on Rick from the sneak peek, right hand man, was right there on his right side. Abraham's blood splatters over him. He's on the ground, facing the dirt, winks at Carl, and Carl nods and starts to cry, and goes, thank you. Negan destroys him, and that explains the position of the body. Okay? And then we have that moment. Negan makes Carl show his eye, grabs his hat, puts it on his head, and I'd like to see something between him and Carl. About 8 minutes, so, something that was just heartfelt and deep and just scary and just fear in everybody, and it's waiting to see what he does to Carl if he kills him. And then bam, he kills Carl with with Carl's own head on, in front of his dad, right next to his dad. I mean, this would prove a massive point. He would kill a kid, the leader's kid, and take out the biggest guy. This would prove a point. Carl and Abraham die. It is that simple. So hey, thanks for watching, guys. I know it was pretty bad, but I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. It would boost my confidence a lot, and I love this show, so thanks, guys.